right, everybody. We are live with the broadcast. A highly requested topic of mountain biking in Idaho. We've got a lot to talk about today. We've got a couple of great gentlemen on tap here to chat about their experiences in Idaho as it relates to mountain biking. But before we do, wanted to just real quickly introduce our sponsor, the Perfect Home Buying Process. Just wanted to describe real briefly here the two decade long 5-step process for home ownership and the tools that we offer for that. Got a 100-page relocation guide, lifestyle guide. We've got a podcast series we send out to answer any questions. Hopefully the majority of the questions you have, a bunch of real estate secrets so you can get up to speed as quick as you can. And we'll talk at the end of the podcast in regards to how you can take advantage of the special offers we have here, up to $1,000 for your appraisal and your home inspection. But other than that, we'll introduce the gentleman on the episode. We'll start up here at the top right. DR, how you doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
Great.
Perfect.
Mr. Keith
I
Kellum.
appreciate you having me.
Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon.
So we've got Keith with Antioch Painting. So if you need any painting needs, we'll put a little plug in there for you.
It's always
So,
good.
how
Get
about
plugged
yourself,
in.
DR? Want to make a little plug?
No, man, just happy to be here, hanging out with a couple great guys, and I love, of course, super passionate about mountain biking, and excited to talk about it.
Yeah, so we've all lived here for quite some time now. Dr, you're a native in Idaho, so you're going to be able to share a lot more with the folks over time, kind of how things have changed as it relates to mountain biking efforts. But Keith and I've been here for both over 2 decades, as I recall, right, Keith?
'05, so close.
Okay, yeah, you're coming up. Yeah, I got here in '94, so hopefully we'll bring a lot of good, valuable information to the table and give you some insight into what to kind of expect in Idaho. DR, you want to kick us off with maybe one of your favorite locations or experiences?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I've been on a bicycle per se ever since I was a little kid. Just always loved it, and that's probably one of the things I like more the most about mountain biking is that when I climb on a bike, it really allows me to be a kid again at heart, to be honest. Um, because uh, I mean, I still love trying to do wheelies and sweet jumps and riding over fun terrain, and so I'm really like a kid again, and that's probably why I love the most. But I also have boys ages 11, 14, and 15, going on 16 now, and they've been pedaling with me basically on trails as soon as the training wheels came off. In fact, we didn't even do training wheels; we did the Striders, so those are super cool. That's a plug for anybody who's getting their kids on a bike. Go to Strider, no training wheels. But but yeah, mountain biking in Idaho is outstanding. There are so many different destinations and different skill levels you can go hit. Probably some of the places my boys and I love more than anything is if we're just going to go ride some single track. Is there's a bunch of it up around McCall, of course. Um, we've even been up to a Coeur d'Alene and rid some trails up there. Um, but if you're wanting to work on skills and really get better at body control and techniques and stuff. I mean, the Eagle Bike Park is really hard to beat for going and really kind of honing in some of your skills on some single track. So those are a few of the areas we love in particular.
Yeah, the Eagle Sports Complex is, I think, I'm just over a mile from there, and it's so convenient and just a great place to ride all the way from, kind of beginners to advanced. They've got some really, serious courses up there, but it's so close into town that it just makes it really easy. And there's miles and miles and miles of bike trails. I think it even takes you to downtown Boise, doesn't it, DR? Do you know?
I don't know how it connects. I mean, I know you can get your way there. But yeah, I mean, for a small area, it has a ton of things to offer for, again, if you're just cross country in it, you pedal uphill, get some exercise, working on, you know, whatever it is you want to work on. But it's a great place for everybody.
Yeah, I just popped open a map here. Hopefully everybody can kind of see. It's just before you head up north a little bit, but all of these green outlines here are all the trails up through the sports complex, just miles and miles and miles of trails. They've even
That's
got
great.
a BMX track. I even see them out there with RC cars. Every
Yeah, they got the BMX pump track, the RC car track. They've got like a big cement skate park. They've got the flat hockey area for rollerblading. And they've got it all.
Yeah, so here we go. I just zoomed out a little bit. So it's on the north side of town, kind of north central here. If you ever want to check that out, I would say my favorite is Tamarack, and Keith's gonna chuckle because he always teases me about that. But Tamarack, Idaho, we had George Bush up there. Oh, I don't know. It's been a minute, 10, 15 years ago. Actually helicoptered in and rode up there. But that's an amazing hill. Lifts. Let's see if I can pull up. Yeah, this is their website here. Obviously, they've transitioned it to winter sports, but this will give you kind of the village here. It's kind of the heart of Tamarack. And I've actually got some photos here. I'll show you.
It's really become a neat setup, how they've started to get that going again, and the businesses, the things they're bringing in, and of course their trails are really fun as well. Keith, you love Tamarack to ride that?
You know, Tamarack's a great place. It really is. I'd have to say my favorite is Brundage, hands down.
Mhm.
Um, and that's really where my uh, mountain bike focus has turned to, is the full suspension downhill. As soon as I learned that you can take a lift up to the top of the hill and then ride down, I mean, that just blew my mind, and I was stuck on that. It's just an incredible amount of fun, and it's great the way they do it with the ratings, just like skiing. You got your greens, your blues, your blacks, and so you can stick to your skill level. You don't have to do anything crazy. Little kids can go up there and mosey
Yes.
down the mountain. That's the wonderful thing. And Tamarack really does have a great. It's a great ride. You can see the lake coming down.
Yeah, it's behind me here. Can you
But
guys see that okay?
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, the lake behind. Yeah, this is like mid mountain, I think. Keith and I went up. I think this is our trip, Keith. I showed you a photo
I
earlier. I don't
took
know if
that
you caught
picture.
that. Oh, there you go. Shows you how good my memory is. Let's see here. Let's see.
One, Jerod, where you were standing there, kind of a close up there, and you got your bike with you about waist up. Um, Man, it looks like you've been pumping some iron or something, dude. It looks like I couldn't tell it was Arnold Schwarzenegger or Jerod
Oh
Lee.
yeah, I did some digital editing. just, just kidding. Let's
You're with the
see.
Arnold effect, Arnold effect.
Yeah. Oh, hey, here's the Eagle Sports Complex.
There you go.
Yeah, this is fun to watch this guy on his e-bike pulling his boy up to the top. But this will give
He's
you
got a toe strap.
yeah, he had a toe strap on there. Isn't that cool? Anyway, it's already bounced around, guys. But this is just some of
I
the
know those
photos.
are good picks. Yeah, there's some sweet drops right there.
Yeah, give you a little idea. Oh, again, not to bounce around too much, but this isn't in Idaho, but we started out in Idaho. We went up to Wallace for the, help me out, Keith. It's the trail, the Rails to Trails.
Hiawatha.
Hiawatha, thank you. Yeah, I was struggling, but yeah, this is an amazing place to go. This isn't a mountain. Well, I mean, it's a mountain bike ride, but it's casual. As it sounds, you
All
ride.
downhill, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to come back, I think it's like 15 miles, and you just coast pretty much all downhill if you want, and then coming back, obviously, it's uphill at a doable grade. A lot of the e-bikers just come right back. Some of the non-e-bikers will jump on a shuttle and come back, but we rode it. It was easy. It's a casual ride, but a lot of the stuff we've been talking about is more aggressive. So here's some of the tunnels.
And I was gonna say that's all an old railroad bed, right?
It is, yeah, yeah, every bit
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
And these were electrical wires through here. Isn't that trippy?
You're you're riding across old railroad bridges and tunnels, all that. That's really neat.
Yeah, it was amazing. But anyway, so yeah, this is Tamarack. I'm sure we got some Brundage up here too. This is Tamarack.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Yeah, we got kind of stuff all over the place. I was trying to find Keith and I went up to Brundage here. What was that? 2 months ago, Keith? And
I'm not sure. Yeah.
yeah, but Bogus is great because it's just so close. And we actually rode they have a like a roller coaster on the mountain, and then they had a
Oh
what they call
yeah.
a gravity park. And we did all
The
three
ropes course.
ropes course. Yeah,
The ropes course. That is a super cool thing that they opened this summer, and that was way more fun than it looks like. As you know, and then you end with the zip lining down off of it. That was really cool. Yeah, Bogus is a great place. What a
yeah,
fantastic park that is, and a nonprofit.
yeah. So for everybody on the episode, so we're talking about these locations as if everybody kind of knows where it's at. But here's Tamarack. So we showed you where the Eagle Sports Complex is. Basically, you can head 2 hours north to the Tamarack. The Brundage Mountain is what kind of up in here, guys?
Bogus. Bogus
Oh,
is
Oh,
up there.
you gotta go with
sorry, yeah,
Bogus. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Bogus is
Yeah.
super close. Again, a real short drive. Pretty much, half an hour to 45 minutes. Pretty much from
You can see it
wherever.
from downtown Boise.
Yeah, yeah.
And they
Now
have the nights. They
Brundage.
have the nighttime stuff. Well, of course, not in the summer. They don't. But I'm just thinking winter.
Yeah, now Brundage is up a little north of Tamarack. I think I got to zoom in a little bit more, but that would probably also be a 2 hour drive if you didn't jog across from 55, but it's a little north of McCall. So 2 hours to both Tamarack and Brundage, and a much shorter amount of commute to Bogus Basin. You like to hit up Jug Mountain too, don't you, Dr?
Mountain's great. Yeah, and it's it doesn't have any. They do have a shuttle service that you actually can catch a ride up to the top. I have not done that. I usually just pedal up just because it's a good workout kind of thing. Um, but it's a shorter jaunt up versus like the chairlifts with Brundage and Tamarack. But they have some really fun single track.
Now, do they
What
they don't have a lift there, right?
No, it's a shuttle actual vehicle.
Okay, okay, just shuttle only. So Brundage, Tamarack, and Bogus would all have lifts for the people that want lifts. And there's just miles and miles of trails. This will give you a little bit of an idea. This is on trailforks.com. What, 15,000 miles of trails. I haven't been to some of these other ones they're recommending here, like Schweitzer or Magic Mountain or anything like that, but they're good things.
Yeah.
Dr. Are you
Yeah, one of the
familiar with
areas.
that? What's that?
Go ahead.
That trail system. What is it? Is it Bear Creek? That's like in between McCall and Brundage. I guess they connected the. So now you can ride from Brundage and get all the way down into McCall because they connected those that trail system this year.
Mm. Yeah, it's called Bear Saddle or
Oh,
yeah, something like that. Bear, yeah, but I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a great little trail system there. Um, and then I wasn't aware of that connection, so that's really neat because that's a good little jaunt.
I think this says Cascade. This must be Tamarack. Oh, it is Tamarack as well.
West Tamarack.
Yeah, most of these locations. Actually, I take that back. Does bike? Yeah, actually, Bogus does have bike rental. So all three would have bike rental. Do you know if they all allow e-bikes, DR?
I don't. I know Jug has. I don't know where Brundage is at with that. I know some of them didn't at first, and then now they do. So I don't know, where all the do's and don'ts are on the e-bike stuff. But I mean, it's gotten so big and it's allowed so many people to ride. It's been kind of hard to say no to some of them. So
Right, right. I think it's kind of a case of, don't be obnoxious and don't make anybody mad and you'll be fine. But
yeah, it all comes down to the interpretation of motorized, right? That's where it gets a little tricky.
yeah, I think it's classes, as I recall. I ride a non e-bike, so I don't get into that too much. But there are different classes, like one's assist, one's a throttle, and however that goes. But I'm sure one of those sites I was just showing would spell that out for you. But yeah, my recommendation would be definitely use good gear, though.
I was just going to mention, the beauty of the casual ride down the Greenbelt right through Boise along the river is, it's not crazy mountain biking, but it's certainly scenic and pretty convenient.
Yeah, I would classify that kind of in our maybe hiking and casual biking. The podcast, we can chat a little bit more about that. So yeah, generally speaking, the ones we've already been talking about are a little more on the aggressive runs. Eagle Sports Complex, probably the lesser of the four or so. Where you boys
I think,
prefer
like
to
you
go?
mentioned, Jared.
DR?
I think, like you mentioned, it's kind of like anything. When you get into sports and certain activities, you definitely can have a good time on, what we would call more entry level, mountain bikes, hardtails, but you're still gonna want some decent tires. You're gonna want to make sure you have a proper helmet, some decent hand gloves, and then as you get more aggressive and ride harder, you start getting into the full suspension stuff and how wonderful those can be, and having good brakes. Like a lot of these places, you want to have good brakes. There's everybody's running disc brakes these days on most of this stuff, so you don't see any of the old school type bikes on these trails. And then you start seeing guys like us. We start padding up with elbow pads and knee pads and shin guards, because these pedals that you're pedaling have big old like claws on them that you slip a pedal and your shin's gonna know it. So
Yeah,
definitely, it's worthwhile investing in some good protective gear.
For
I
sure.
learned
They
the
won't
hard.
let you on the lift. Sorry. You can't get on the lift without a helmet.
Right, there you go. So if you're gonna do any lift stuff, you gotta have a helmet.
Yeah, we went a while back. Keith and I did, and I just had my helmet on, and embarrassing to say, but I took a spill and I got a road rash and all that on my arms and my elbows, and I ended up going and getting all the gear that goes along with it. But
Mhm.
here I did find some Bogus Basin photos here. This is just a great place. This is well, there's Keith actually, but there's a ticket counter here, and then they have some lifts heading up to the right there, and lifts heading up to the left. This is the rope course. I think they called it a gravity park that Bogus is definitely one to check out. That was I think the most
That
fun
was
for
super
Keith.
fun.
Yeah, Keith had a blast. Let's see.
Talk about being a little kid, DR. That's the place to go be a little kid.
At Bogus there.
Yeah, that ropes course was just super cool. There's some sketchy activities, but you're all hooked in, so you don't have to be scared, but you still may be a little scared.
Oh, here's the
Yeah,
roller coaster that they have.
oh wow.
Yeah, this was
I
pretty cool.
definitely need to take my boys to do that. They dig that.
Oh, it's so cool, dude.
Yeah, you can get a pass for all three. I mean, you could just get the lift for your bike, or you can get a package deal and do all three for the day. But that was a great time. Anyway, sorry to interrupt, guys. I just found the photos. Thought I'd share.
Nice.
Yeah. Was there any other mountains or runs that we haven't brought up yet that everybody needs to be aware of?
Well, there's definitely some mountain biking we had at Sun Valley. I have not experienced that yet. In fact, I'm going to be trying to go up there this next summer to actually do some. I've done a little dirt biking up there. That's a whole other topic, but I know there's quite a bit of mountain biking. Like I say, Coeur d'Alene has some pretty good areas. There's a mountain up there out of Kellogg, and I can't say the name of it right now. We'll see Silver or something. And I've heard that's can be kind of an epic experience as well, and more of a road trip. If you're living here in the valley, that's more of a 6 8 hour type drive. But there's definitely a lot of great options out there, and it really kind of comes down to just what you like. If you're more downhill guy, or if you like to pedal your way up and then bomb down, or if you're just a covered ground kind of guy. Usually cross country guys don't like to get off the ground too much. They get an inch or two in air. That's good enough. Then you got guys who like to go big or go home like Keith, and they're getting bigger.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Well, the easiest thing to do is certainly to reach out to us, and we're over the 20-minute mark, so we'll try to kind of honor that. But the easiest way is just to reach out to us. We'd always love to have you come out and go for a ride. So obviously myhomeconnection.com is one of the easiest ways, but I'll leave a contact information in the description below. Just real quick before we go, I did want to share with you. You can certainly visit our website at myhomeconnection.com, and our email, phone number, and all that are kind of up at the top right here. In regards to the perfect home buying process, just reach out to us and reference that, and we can get you access to those offers and get the ball rolling for you. But other than that, man, guys, I appreciate you jumping on the podcast today and sharing with everybody.
Amen.
All right, gentlemen. Appreciate your time, and we'll wish everybody a blessed day.
Have a great day.